Hello and welcome once again to another Coffee with Zeo. This is a more free-form, unscripted, podcasty sort of thing that we like to do on this channel about this time each month. Here's where we discuss the current state of PSO2 New Genesis and let you know what else I've been up to. There will be a little bit of language interspersed here and there for those not used to hearing me swear. So December 15th is the big update, holy shit. So we're going to the Ratem region, a vast desert complete with a funky looking pyramid. I really hope they give us more story-wise this time. There isn't really much there to make us care about Halpha or anyone living on it for that matter. All we have is there's a Dark Falls, and we need to enlist the help of the other regions to build this big cannon to shoot the Dark Falls. Hopefully we'll get some answers as to why we're there and what the deal is with the dolls. Gameplay wise, I'm expecting more of the same, but hopefully, after all the feedback they've received, we'll have a more robust gameplay loop at level 35. I don't see any real substantial changes until next spring or summer though. We'll see. So, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker got pushed back 2 weeks, as I'm sure you've all heard, and to be quite honest, I am very much relieved by this. So why is that, you might ask? Well, the original date was November 23rd and early access beginning on November 19th. Guess what else happens during that week here in the States? Yep, Thanksgiving. This wouldn't be a thing if I weren't going away for that week. Ordinarily I wouldn't do this since we all know holiday travel sucks a fat one. Made even worse this year by human malware and face diapers in the airports. This year is particularly special for my family. Long story short, I lost my mother to pancreatic cancer and it happened to fall on Thanksgiving morning. This year, Thanksgiving falls on that exact day. So you could say Thanksgiving took on a whole new meaning. Wait, what does that have to do with Endwalker? Well, nothing. Well, nothing besides the fact I don't have to bum rush a bunch of things come early access. I get to savor it. So Endwalker officially drops December 7th, with early access being on December 3rd. You could tell Yoshi P was really broken up over that when he had to announce it. Final Fantasy XIV has been that man's life's work over the past 11 years. I'm still on the fence about streaming it and creating content for it. Cause let's face it, in light of recent events, the game has become hella saturated. But I guess if I go into it with no expectation of growth or discovery, then it should be alright. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy streaming very much, but I enjoy it even more so when there's people to actually talk to. So yeah, because of that and the NGS update the following week, December is going to be busy with a capital B. So a few weeks ago, I asked if you guys had any questions for me that I would answer here in this video. First up, what got you into Phantasy Star? I guess it was a classmate who showed me a flyer with a bunch of different SEGA Genesis games on it. One of the screenshots caught my eye. I was like, yo, this looks like Final Fantasy. Then I looked down at the name Phantasy Star 3. Wait, there's 2 others? So I get a Genesis for my birthday that following year, and one day we're at the video store and I see something familiar. So I rent it, take it home, pop it in my Genesis, and I was like, yo, this is alright. I didn't get around to the others until a few years later thanks to console emulation. Fast forward to 2001, I get a Dreamcast and the original PSO, and from then on, I was hooked! Phantasy Star Universe would come out in 2006 and help me get through a breakup that I had around the time it came out. Next one, when you first started your journey on YouTube, what challenges did you encounter back then? Well, one thing was getting over self-consciousness over how I sounded and how I presented things. Another was figuring out just what the hell I even wanted to do. PSO2 wasn't really a thought at the time. I experimented with some things like randomizers for old games. Then PSO2 entered the beta on the Xbox and I decided to start streaming it around that time. I spent those months experimenting with a number of things and nothing really stuck. Well, that is until August of that year, which dovetails nicely with this next question. What made you decide to start doing lore videos, and how long did it take you to do research for said awesome content? Well, for me, it was looking at the PSO2 content landscape and seeing just what exactly wasn't being talked about. We have people already talking about mags, class skills, affixing, that kind of thing, but what's missing here? Like, why are we fighting these monsters all the time? Where did they come from? Where did the ships come from? What are the things that make the PSO2 universe what it is? And are there any parallels with the real world? As for how long it took to do research for said awesome content, well, first off, I'm flattered you think it's so awesome. As for the research part, it usually takes a couple of days once I figure out a topic I want to talk about. I'll scan through different websites, forums, and blog posts. They're usually in Japanese though. There's usually a number of things not mentioned in-game that are mentioned in the material collection books. As thorough and accurate as I try to be, some things just inevitably slip through the cracks. The main goal here is, and always has been, to help people better understand the world around them. Plus, I've always had a fascination with how things worked and what made things how they are. So I guess it's only natural someone like that would gravitate towards lore. What's your favorite snack combo? Easy one. Cookies and milk. A good cookie, dipped in some milk for a couple seconds, make it nice and soft. Sometimes the milk is the only thing saving a cookie. You know, the cookie's been sitting out for a little while and they got kinda hard. The milk makes them actually tolerable now. Cookies and milk are just an awesome comfort classic. It's good enough for Santa Claus, right? So, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I am thankful for every last one of you. Gratitude has become something of a lost art these days, so now I ask you, what are you thankful for? You know how much I love chopping it up with you guys in the comments section and on the streams. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and to my fellow Americans, happy Thanksgiving. And remember, to thine own self be true. Until next time, farewell.